what is the irritant that has come up and what can possibly be done?
So what is the legal position on demolitions, national and international?
India is in a very troubled neighborhood. Can you list out some of the security challenges?
What is the scale of casualties that has happened for the Palestinians since 2003, 7th October?
What is the difference between LOC and LAC?
Approximately what percentage of judges in High Court have declared?
India has put in abeyance in the throttle.
Yes, sir.
Is it legally tenable?
May I come in, sir?
Please come in, Ayush.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
You got a lovely name, Ayush. What does this mean?
So it means blessed to have a long life.
Beg your pardon?
Sir, blessed to have a long
Blessed
life.
to have a long life. So the God's blessing should be on you, huh?
Thank you, sir.
Right. Having said that, you're also a law student. Huh?
Yes, sir.
And what brings from law? I mean, and then of course I was seeing credential 9.6, 81.2, 7.28 from Orissa National Law University. So instead of being a leading law, you want to be, instead of practitioner law, you want to be an enforcer of law, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Very true.
So, but why?
Sir, I believe, sir, understanding of law will help me certainly in effective implementation of law and order situations. Therefore, I want to be part of the Central Police Forces so that I can help in effective implementation of law and order. So the use of constitutional principles, understanding criminal law and human rights will help me certainly in this front, sir.
Performing you in a more restrictive role?
Sir, of course, a restrictive but responsible role, sir.
Restrictive but responsible, yeah. I mean, you're talking like a lawyer, in fact,
Thank you,
trying to correct word, trying to be using the most appropriate word.
Thank you, sir.
So now let's talk in terms of the powers of the governor,
Yes.
right? It has been examined by the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has come up with some judgment that's pronounced, what is the irritant that has come up and what can possibly be done?
Sir, the Supreme Court has interpreted Article 200 of the Indian Constitution, which talks about the powers of the governor. So, in that sense, the Supreme Court has interpreted a clause of the reasonable period of time, which is written in Article 200. So, the Supreme Court has given certain guidelines with respect to the governor and the president, in which the state laws which are being passed in the Legislative Assembly should be passed by the governor and the president.
No,
So,
but what is the irritant, in fact?
Sir,
Supreme Court has pronounced
yes.
judgment, well and good.
sir, the irritant.
And what sort of opinion do the legal luminaries think about it?
Sir,
Especially with reference to the president's power, bringing the president under the ambit of the time guidelines. I would
Sir,
like you to focus on that issue.
okay, so sir, the biggest irritant today is about the principle of separation of powers, which is being questioned, and it is also being questioned that the Supreme Court has certainly tried to overreach its powers and not within its sphere of powers. So, in that sense, sir, the irritant which is being in question right now is that the power of interpreting the Constitution is somehow trying to encroach the powers of the executive. So the power to pass a law was with the governor. To give assent or withhold or to reconsider it was with the governor. So that was the governor's mandate. And here Supreme Court has interpreted that law and somehow restricted those powers of the governor. So there is a point going on in the legal illumination in the executive that the Supreme Court has overreached, and Supreme
Legal
Court.
luminaries also feel that it is overreached.
Sir, I believe there are two phases of this problem. So, in one phase per se, we talk about upholding the democracy of the democracy of the country and constitution of the India. And secondly, sir, we talk about judicial overreach. So, sir, from the executive point of view, when we talk about the more appropriate answer should have been the Supreme Court should have passed just a recommendatory order that the legislature should pass a law on this front and should guide the governors so that this instance doesn't happen in future.
But I think the Supreme Court has said something about this also, that the executive is not bound to obey by, not bound to comply by what we have said.
Yes, sir. The Supreme Court has given the guidelines only in a recommendatory nature. But somehow the executive is feeling bound by those guidelines, and the executive is feeling that rather than Supreme Court
But
stating.
why are they feeling so?
Rather than,
There must be some provision in the constitution which makes them feel so.
sir, the Article 142 we are talking here, it's about to meet complete sense of justice. So, sir, in that sense, Supreme Court has taken this stance, and that is the intent here, sir.
So they have done in the best wisdom,
Yes, sir.
keeping the context in mind. Is
Yes,
it
sir.
so?
Yes, sir.
The interpretation also has to be something that's contextual.
Sir, interpretation has to be done with the issue in the matter which is in the court of law.
So what is the way out? If at all these executive feels that somehow something has gone overboard, so what is the way out?
Sir, I believe the Supreme Court could have passed the.
No. What is the way out? Now the Supreme Court has done its job. It
Yes,
is
sir.
the final arbiter of the Constitution, as simple as that.
Sir, I believe the Supreme Court has used the power in the rare of the rare case,
Right.
and the executive should be a little more considerate about the people of India, the will of the state assembly which was in concern.
Let us say if the executive feels, and especially it feels that the concept of the separation of powers is perhaps being hammered into, so what is the way out?
Sir, the
Against the
legislature
judgment.
always has an option
Against
to.
the judgment.
Sir, the legislature always has the option to legislate a law, and that is all the
But
legislature
do
can
you
do.
think a curative petition is more than sufficient?
Yes, sir, of course, it can be reviewed, sir. That is a very valid legal option available with the
Yeah, so
executive.
that is what the legal liberals also talk about. But
Yes,
anyhow, so that was one discussion on the powers of the governor, in fact, and the interpretation there. And what do you have to think about? What do you feel about the NJAC?
Sir, NJAC, which talks about National Judicial Appointment Commission, so that was a constitutional amendment act bring by the legislature, the Parliament of India, and it was duly ratified by the states also. But it was struck down by the Supreme Court because it was held that it is violating the basic structure of the Constitution, sir, because it is somehow encroaching the independence of the judiciary. So, sir, in my opinion, rather than being in a deadlock of this issue, the Supreme Court can work in a more accountable and transparent manner. Like at the time of CJI Chandrachud, Justice Chandrachud, there was certain when the appointments were being made, there were certain publications done by the collegium with respect to why the appointments have been made. So that brings up to an extent of transparency and accountability in the system, sir. And also, sir, the power to actually appoint resides with the President of India. So there is absolutely a checks and balance in the system. So I don't think we should go on the NJAC issue again, and we should again involve in the dialogue, and we should work on the current scenario only, and we can make it better, sir.
So what is the way out?
Sir, I believe, sir, the Supreme Court Collegium should regularize the process of bringing transparency and accountability by regularly publishing the reasons for appointment of any judge or recommendation made to the executive, sir.
What had they published in the Times of Mr. Chandrachud?
Sir, the reasons that why they are appointing, why they are recommending a name of a judge is like they are ensuring the diversity. They are ensuring the diversity of like work profile, the culture, and the state's representation in the Supreme Court, sir.
Did it come for any what you call scrutiny by the judicial fraternity?
Sir, I'm not aware
You're
of
not aware
that.
of that?
Yes, sir.
Not aware of that. Right. And then, of course, you have mentioned that you enjoy bike touring and jam session. Now, what is the jam session you enjoy?
Sir, jam session is an informal musical event where we people gather informally together and just like to sing together or play music or play instruments together, and just it's a way of a social interaction with the other people, sir.
Social interaction.
Yes, sir.
Right. And this was second attempt. Did you have an interview earlier also?
Yes, sir. Last year also.
Last year also. How much did you get in the interview?
Sir, 108.
108 out of 150. Huh?
Yes.
Right. Thank you, sir.
All right, Ayush, you had presented a paper on enigma of sexual autonomy.
Yes, sir.
What is construed by this? What does it entail?
Sir, this paper which I presented it in 2019, and at that time, sir, there were two very important judgments which were given by Supreme Court. One was Navtesh Singh Johar versus Union of India, and the other was Joseph Shan versus Union of
Please say
India.
again, the first
Sir,
one.
the first was Navtesh Singh Johar versus Union of India, and second was Joseph Shan versus Union of India. So, sir, in Navtesh Singh Johar versus Union of India, the
Ayush,
Supreme
please
Court.
speak slowly.
Okay, sir.
Speak slowly so that one can discern what you say.
Sure, sir. Sorry, sir.
Let me absorb it.
Sure, sir. Sorry. So, sir, in Navtesh Singh Johar versus Union of India, the Supreme Court decriminalized consensual homosexual activity under Section 377 of the IPC. So that was a major judgment for the rights of the homosexual people. And secondly, sir, in Joseph Shine versus Union of India, section 497 of the IPC dealing with adultery was struck down and it was decriminalized, sir. So, sir, basically the section 497 adultery, which we are talking right here, deals with the autonomy of women, sir. Because when we talk about adultery, the power to file a report was residing with the husband. So it was a colonial law which was treating the woman, the wife of a wife, as a property of the husband, sir. So that is why it was decriminalized, because it was against the sexual autonomy and dignity of the woman, sir. And sir, when we're talking about the homosexual provision of section 377, which was decriminalized, it was about the sexual autonomy of the transgender people, sir.
Next question, onward. I request you to speak slowly.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Now I got you all right.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. 8 houses have been demolished in JNK
Yes, sir.
by the security forces
Yes,
of
sir.
the militants or the related people.
Yes, sir.
What is justification for that? What is the criticism on that? And what is the social and psychological impact of such demolitions? Slowly.
Yes, sir. So, sir,
Justification,
criticism.
criticism,
Yes, sir.
and impact, social and psychological.
Sir, justification is, it is a message to be sent to those militants that what they have done is not right, and it is against the national security of the country. The criticism is that that those militants were not there, and they are the ones who have performed the act, and they should be punished, not their family members. So that is the criticism, sir. And then sir, the psychological impact and the social impact of these things is that the family which was residing in those places will have to bear the brunt, and they have to build their home again, and they have to face the other hardships.
Okay, so there are pros and cons to it.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the legal position on demolitions, national and international?
Sir, I'm not exactly aware of the legal position, but I will try to use
with your knowledge that
yes,
you
sir.
have over a period of time.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I believe that the demolition should be, if it is like illegally encroached land, then there is a process for the
With
demolition.
regard to this,
Sir, sorry, I'm not aware of specifically with this issue, sir, regarding the demolitions of the houses of militants.
right, let's move to another topic. Now, what is the scale of casualties that has happened for the Palestinians since 2003, 7th October?
Sir,
How many
today,
Palestinians have died? How many wounded or injured? How many displaced? What is the present situation?
sir, in today's, like if we talk about today, approximately 55,000 people have been killed in the conflict, and approximately, sir, there are 2.3 million refugees due to this issue, and also, sir, they are
The total population is about 2.3.
yes, sir. Sir, the whole Gaza city is ravaged.
So nearly 2 million
Yes, sir, nearly 2 millions are
displaced.
and the impact of this is very much on humanitarian grounds. Like if we talk about the humanitarian aspect of this impact, it was way more than that the actual incident happened, because in that incident only I don't want to belittle the persons who were the victims, but approximately 1,300 people were killed in that incident, which happened on 7th October 2023. And in that turn, sir, Israel, being a state and a responsible state, should have used other avenues rather than increasing the collateral damage so much, sir.
Okay. And what about the buffer zone? Why is it being expanded?
So buffer zone per se, I'm not able to get like
Buffer zone created by Israel in Gaza. Corridors, buffer zones.
sir, I'm not exactly aware of the buffer zones which are.
And what is happening to the Palestinians on account of blocking of the humanitarian aid in terms of food, medicines, and all kinds of things,
Sir,
essential items?
Their basic human rights are getting violated here, sir. And I believe that the Palestinians are not the persons who are their actual threat to the Israel government or state, and those actors are not getting punished. Instead, the population in a general sense is getting punished. So, sir, it is a violation of their human rights, sir, basic human rights. And I think, sir, that the basic aid should be allowed to the persons residing in that area.
Okay. Right. Disclosing assets by the judges,
Yes, sir.
High Court and the Supreme Court. What is the ruling on it, or the orders on the subject?
Sir,
And how many have done it, and why should it be done?
Sir, the issue was suspended with the recently Sir Justice Yashwant Sharma of Delhi High Court. He was into the controversy, and approximately Sir cash was recovered from the out storehouse. So on that front, sir, the Supreme Court issued guidelines again and made it mandatory for the judges to disclose their assets, so that
Is it annually?
sir, I'm not aware of
Annually. Okay.
and sir, disclose the assets so that there can be transparency being brought up in the institution, and therefore the public trust can be gathered on the institution, sir.
Approximately what percentage of judges in High Court have declared?
Sir, I'm not aware of the exact data, sir.
In Supreme Court?
Sir, Supreme Court, sir, as far as I'm able to recall, sir, approximately, sir, 50% judges have given their.
More than that. 90, almost 90. And they are only 12%. High Court.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Okay.
I will.
Fine, thank you.
Well, Ayush,
Yes, sir.
you also have Rajasthan connection.
Yes, sir.
So you tell me, what are the security challenges for border districts of Rajasthan?
Sir, first of all, the topography is very challenging. We have deserts. So Thar Desert is there. So there is a issue of, sir, high temperatures in day and low temperatures in night. So first of all, we need to work on that thing, sir. Secondly, sir, there is issue of tunnels. And sir, thirdly, due to sand dunes in the area, the proper like border fencing is not a workable solution. So topography is the main challenge, sir, in Rajasthan border areas, districts, sir. And also, sir, there are issues of drug smuggling and, sir, other smuggling, because the population in that area is very, very low or very scant. So we don't have our eyes and ears on the borders, which like the border population effectively works for us, and that is the main issue, sir, on Rajasthan border.
This drug problem,
Yes, sir.
drug menace has, from Punjab it has come to Rajasthan through Ganga River. Tell me, what is the reason?
Sir, unemployment is one of the reasons for
No.
this thing.
That is true. But earlier it was basically based in Punjab. Now the people in Rajasthan also are becoming addicts, especially in the border areas.
Sir,
Is there any legal angle to this? You're from law background.
yes, sir. So I'm not able to
Has the
think in that sense. But
local court, high court, given some judgment which has resulted in this? No?
I'm not able to.
Read up on that.
Sure, sir. I will
Which
go ahead.
has, they have banned some substance use, which has led to people taking up synthetic drugs.
Sir, I will surely go
Okay.
it.
Now, India is in a very troubled neighborhood. Can you list out some of the security challenges?
Sir, in the neighborhood, we have Myanmar on the eastern border. So in Myanmar, sir, there is a military rule, and also they are fighting between the ethnic armed groups and the military rule. So it makes the border unstable. Sir, then on the Bangladesh front, we have a very challenging topography, including, sir, marshy lands, rivers, and dense forest jungles. So it serves as an avenue for the insurgents and for the organized crime. And sir, on the front of Pakistan, sir, recently we have seen there has been terror attack in Pahalgam, and it has been linked to the Pakistan, the resistant front. So on that front, sir, we have taken certain actions, like we have suspended the Indus Water Treaty, and we are diplomatically trying to isolate Pakistan. So that is another issue. And sir, on the China front, China is a formidable neighbor, sir, and we are dealing with it. And sir, recently there has been thaw in relations between India and China, and we are again starting the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra and direct flights to China, sir. And when we talk about, sir, like Sri Lanka, the Sri Lanka was in economic crisis, and after that we have provided certain grants to Sri Lanka. We have extended certain grants, so that is how we are trying to manage the Sri Lanka problem. And Maldives was in between in crosshairs, sir, because Maldives was trying to there was a conflict between Maldives and India because of certain comments on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and that was an issue. I'm able to recall, it's an old issue. So, but that has been taken care of by diplomatic channels, sir.
Now, in Jammu and Kashmir, what we get report
Yes,
is
sir.
Now fighting across the border.
Yes, sir.
Does it take place in Rajasthan side also?
Sir, Rajasthan, 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 sir, Sir, I'm not aware of the situation right now in Rajasthan, but it might would have happened, sir, in Rajasthan too also, sir.
What is the difference between LOC and LAC?
Sir, LOC stands for line of control, which was decided after the Shimla Agreement of 1972, and LAC is line of actual control. So, sir, basically, line of control is a defined border, but it is not internationally recognized border. So, it is a ceasefire line which has been converted into stabilizing the border. But on line of actual control, the line is not properly defined, and therefore, both the countries, China and India, claim differently on that line, sir.
Now, India has put in abeyance in the water treaty.
Yes, sir.
Is it legally tenable?
Yes, sir, it is legally tenable because Indus Water Treaty does not provide for an exit clause, but there is a Article 62 under Vienna Convention of Law of the Seas, Law of the Treaties, 1969, which talks about that if there is any fundamental change in the condition of the treaty, then it can be unilaterally revoked, or you can put it into suspension, sir. So I believe, sir, Article 62 of Vienna Convention of Law of the Treaties can be a legal.
Earlier also there was, few months back, there was some controversy regarding
Yes,
Indus water. What was that?
Sir, we requested Pakistan to modify the treaty, but Pakistan refused. So then, sir, there was an issue that there was a clause for mutual talk and mutual modification of the treaty under Article 12.3 of Indus Water Treaty only, but which was not I will say respected by the Pakistan, sir, because they were not.
What did they do?
So they were not ready for talks on remodifying.
So what did they do?
So they simply said no, that we will not then this issue went into Permanent Indus Commission, and then there was neutral expert, which was sorry, sir, I will like to change my words. They went to the Permanent Court of Arbitration. Thank you, sir.
So Ayush, our interaction with you is formally over. We'll give you some feedback.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're well dressed and updated on most of the issues which I had discussed with you. And power of expression is good, and you're quite self-confident. So this will carry you through into with your interview. One or two small points. Well, I would rather insist that you ought to give attention to this. That is speaking fast.
Yes, sir. I'm working on it.
Did
Sir.
anyone else also tell you this?
Yes, sir.
Who else told you this?
Sir, I take a mock in, sir, 2 days ago, sir.
Okay, you took marks somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Did they point it out?
Yes, sir. They pointed out that I should speak more clearly, and I should try to speak slowly, sir.
Yeah, so LCS is the issue. Loudness is okay, but clearly speaking, you're not speaking clearly, and you're speaking very fast. The other one is to exert a lot.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if you were to get 10 marks, somebody might deduct, say 0.5. What is the meaning? You are so knowledgeable person.
Correct.
The newspapers, very important. I have asked you about the demolitions and the legal aspects of it, national, international, and others. So you need to read that, especially because it's your.
Yes, sir. Today on newspaper only it was a
it is
news.
there.
Yes, sir.
And then the judges,
Judges, yes.
they have to
Disclosing of assets.
disclose. Why? What was the reason? What was the trigger point?
Yashwant, sir. So that was fine. Yashwant.
No, they were supposed to be doing it all along.
Yes, sir.
Just came into trigger because of
Recent.
this judge again.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, they're drawing salary from the government, so therefore they're supposed to be doing it in any case.
Okay, sir.
Okay, your tie. This is a good tie, but wear a tie with no design.
Okay.
Something like this.
Okay. Plain, sir.
Plain, solid single color.
Okay, sir.
Shaving is a must.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Ayush, I would say that you tend to give very long. I asked you a big question, troubled neighborhood, but the challenge is to give it
Shortly.
just to the point. That this is what we have on Pakistan border, this border, this border. We have illegal migration on this side. You have to keep it short.
Okay.
If you go on a long tangent, they will lose interest and you may not get more questions. Okay. So keep it short. They just want to see whether you understand the question
Okay, sir.
So they want to move on to the next question, right? So keep it short.
Sir, like, should I just pinpoint the issues like on Myanmar border we have
Just
illegal
mainly.
migration, on Bangladesh also we are having
Yes. Just
smuggling
main
and
thing.
trafficking.
Right.
Okay, sir.
Just keep it short. And if they want detail, they can ask you.
Okay, sir.
Right. Second is that you have to prepare notes, because many of these issues related to security have a lot of things, facts, figures, challenges, solution, anything can be asked, or a lot of counter questions can be asked. So you have to know all of them. And that can only be done when you have prepared well.
Yes, sir.
Bullet points note. Otherwise, what is the tendency is, you know the answer, you know probably everything, then you will start giving a long lecture. But when you are prepared with bullet points, you will only give that 1, 2, 3.
Okay, sir.
All right. So my advice is, read the paper. Like legal issues, you should pay special attention, especially related to the Indus Water Treaty or other aspects, whatever comes up. Legal angle, they might expect from you
Yes, sir.
because of your law background. They will ask you that kind of question. And then new developments might take place. When is the interview?
Sir, 7th of May.
7th. Something might take place. So you have to keep yourself abreast. You can't say what you are well prepared today is good enough.
Good enough, yes, sir.
New developments will take place, very fast paced. So prepare yourself, read the newspaper, at least 2 newspapers every day.
Sir, I'm reading the Hindu right now regularly.
2 newspaper, if you can do it. If you can't do it, then it's 1. But if you can do 2 newspapers, I'm sure you will succeed in the exam. Best of
Thank you,
luck.
sir. Thank you.
There are other risks involved, especially if you do not make what you bulleted point answers, you tend to drift and come up with certain issues where you will put yourself into a fix, and you still got 7-8 days time to so do that, what sir is advising you. And you are a very good candidate. You got fairly good marks last year, but we would like you to get 120 odd marks or 150, and you have the potential to do it now. So we have been talking to you on almost all fronts, and by and large, you have been able to satisfy the board. But sir pointed out one thing which is very, very critical is you have to go slow. And would we suggest that you stand before the mirror, record, and try to try to decelerate
Yes, sir.
your delivery, because your mind is very sharp, you're conceptually very sound, but you're always in an urgency to come out with it. So one strategy could also be that once a question is asked, then you pause for a second and then reply, right? So this is what we want to tell you, like you are literally pretty good in all these fairs, except some lacunas are there which needs to be, and by and large, the things, And one parting advice, you have never written a civil service examination.
So in 2023, I have written pre.
But you are not mentioned anywhere.
Yes, sir, I haven't mentioned it, sir.
You should always mention if they ask you. Have they asked you in this column? There was a column.
So there was a column that
You must never falter on these things,
Okay, sir.
In case they ask you, I don't think they'll be asking you. You should be candid enough to admit that.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I wrote, but I'm sorry.
I couldn't mention that.
They will take it they'll take it in the right spirit, in fact,
Okay, sir.
We all blunder on many issues, but it's good to admit, if at all, I'm saying. Not that you push it through. They don't ask you. But in case they ask.
But sir, after 2023, I haven't taken it in 2024, 2025.
It doesn't matter.
So
if they ask for record, then you
okay,
need
sir.
to mention.
Okay, sir.
They need to mention, huh? Because so let's not get into it. So, and then of course, what I'll suggest is, you may make it through this examination, but don't you should prepare for the civil service examination also, and you have the potential to make it.
Thank you,
Right.
sir. So, sir, should I take the stand that I will be preparing for CSE after this?
Stand for what?
Sir, if they ask me if
No, they will not ask it. That's a suggestion that I am making, because
Okay.
after seeing your performance, I essentially feel that you have the potential to make it to civil service examination also, and you have already started it. So don't allow. See, actually, what happens once we get the what you call the low hanging fruit, then you forget the
The
goal, you know.
goal, yes, sir. The ultimate goal is to be civil service.
So and right now you are in the mood of preparing, so अकेले में निकाल दीजिएगा।
सर लास्ट टाइम आपसे मुलाकात हुई थी मेरी आज के
हुई
दिन,
थी?
आज के दिन ही सर यही हुई थी।
यही हुई थी, किसमें? CAPF में हुई थी?
जी सर, CAPF में
चलो
हुई थी।
अच्छा है, in a way it's good,
थैंक यू सर।
right?
Can you give us similar feedback previously also?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, at that time I got only 15 days because my interview was on 17th of May and I got the dates on.
Speaking fast.
So, sir, like on 29th of April, I got 26th of April, I got the dates and it was on 17th of May. So my interview was here, first. It was my first mock interview here, sir, last year. So many issues were there, but they were all regarding factual data and information.
I don't think I ever met you earlier. I'm
Sir,
not
I have
having-
been there in your class this year, sir.
Which one?
Sir, the class which was arranged for the CAPF aspirants.
Did you find it comfortable?
Yes, sir. Even sir, I like to have the guidance which you had in like riding motorcycle and doing stunts, sir.
Okay.
Although I didn't perform. any-
Motorbike thing you were mentioning.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. We'll talk about it.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
So chaliए all the best, huh? Do
Thank you,
well,
sir.
right?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.